I think going into that match, a lot of people felt he could have his hands full, but he played really well. Let's see if he can repeat that. But it has to be said, Neil Foles alongside.
And he's played it beautifully. Good shot. Wow, what a nudge that is.
We did yesterday, actually, for Ding. Referee arriving at speed there.
Player out of snookers, good player at getting snookers. You know, fights for every point. I mean, it's very likely a touching ball there. It kind of looked as if he missed the...
What?
In the opening ceremony, and he did his media duties the day before the event as well, so maybe just
yeah, I mean, I was on commentary on that match. I don't think I saw that from O'Sullivan, that he didn't want to be there, quite honestly. I thought he broke down a number of
17.
times. Just a little glance there on the red on the right. Difficult than one or two other reds. Oh no, well that's not part of any plan. I think his mind was on the cue ball.
What?
well, obviously the 5-0 drubbing, and he's got a reputation as being hard to beat.
Yeah, good match player, isn't he? You know, I think that's the point. You know, he's a very measured player.
And the World Open last year, he played fantastically, actually. Not quite replicated it in the final against John Higgins.
8.
But he'd beaten Jubb Trump.
Yeah, from memory, the Sean Murphy win was something quite special, actually, because, you know, the way that Murphy can overwhelm a player, he was...
Into the environment here.
15.
See Ronnie in the background there, eyeballing Joe. Quite something you have to... Played that nicely.
$29.
I'm sure after the whitewash as well, he wants to show O'Sullivan that he's, you know, he's capable and up for it.
Anyone in particular? Many a player's been on the wrong end of an O'Sullivan beating. But of course, the miss is only made to look worse when your opponent punishes you for...
43.
I think we've established that the pockets here in Hong Kong are not, you know, blue as a possible ball to land on. No, he decided not to. Definitely an argument
50.
to play that shot there, I think. 3 points after this is potted. But if the red actually still goes, then of course... Yes, I mean, of course, now that we've established that the red was
57.
available, then of course why would he play the cannon? And I don't think he'll be doing anything flashy here.
This break, but he will have done better than the last time they played. He's won a frame, barring snookers. Well, he has missed that blue, so 2 snookers needed.
Completely understand why he's playing on here, because I mean it's actually quite a good table for getting snookers. Because putting the black safe was not helpful for O'Sullivan, however. How did that stay out? Out of the game. And now the pressure seemed to be off there, so it's going to be a typical frame that he plays, really. Just taking what was there.
And there's no way back in this frame now. So Ronnie O'Sullivan did have the initial chance on 0. Best of 9 frame encounter. Jacques Dong will be the opponent in the last 16.
Very wayward break off here.
Taken off.
I mean, I do think that these days, started rolling up to the back of the pack for a period of time. Neil Robertson was doing it as well. This is good. Needs to get across from that red. It's one of those shots, you know, you off that second cushion it will slide a bit, and
O'Sullivan 5.
O'Sullivan won this tournament 2 years ago, the last of his 41 ranking titles thus far. But of course those points have now come off, so he has four or 5 weeks of winning tournaments.
might get even more so. Reds will possibly end up on that left side of the table. Quite a big shot, wasn't it, with the threat of leaving a few reds on.
O'Sullivan 1.
Wow, how about that? Pretty regulation pot to middle. He's hit that one so well. It's a shot that must give him confidence. I mean, he really did middle that cushion here. Done well.
4.
Yeah, I mean, I think with O'Connor, he's one of these players, he likes to occupy the table. And what I mean, this is what I say about him being a good match player in a way. It's kind of what I mean. You know, he plays a good safety game, and if you make a mistake against him, you know, he'll make you. Yes, he had to play it gently. Didn't want to get too far up the table again, so the pink was in the way of the red. Moving reds. Yes, he is trying that. Goodness me, that's
15.
not so bad, is it?
So Sullivan missed a blue in the first frame. O'Connor made 64.
Well, he's not going to keep O'Sullivan away from the table, missing
And
those.
right. One.
You know, genius level snooker. You certainly can't do that all the time. He's trying to sort of find something this season, isn't he? He hasn't played in.
Four.
As we sort of move towards the World Championship, clearly looking for some form.
5.
It's interesting, though, because for years, winning the 8th world title, now he's not playing to that level. He's been talking about wanting to do it as he tries to get these reds into play.
Show a bit of patience, play thin up the table. Potential stalemate has been averted there. As soon as he played it at that speed, I was thinking he might miss it, you know.
One.
Well, O'Connor missed a bad black earlier, but he's got a sense and opportunity.
Good shot, worth the risk, wasn't it? Work out which reds he needs to get the frame run without taking the safer reds away. But of course, he'll realise that he needs a little bit more than this. But whichever way you look at it, the two reds on the left are going to be in play. He can't win the frame without doing something about those.
15.
Very nicely done.
That's not in.
No, whatever.
O'Connor, 20.
I've not seen him do that, sort of. Sure why he was waving his arms. Maybe the logo annoyed him, but it was never on line to the pocket. Now, can O'Sullivan find a way back into this frame? No, he didn't hit that one particularly well. The cue slightly went across as he hit it.
Eight.
Red out from here. Yeah, not quite there, was it? Oh my goodness.
15.
Start, just touch the green, leave the snooker, which is not a difficult snooker.
On the side of 15.
To win the frame, O'Connor's had a couple of good ones already. Mr. Black, Mr. Red.
It's a pretty good shot. He's left a... Sullivan needs a bit of cover here. Strange old shot, but he got the...
Foul, enemies.
Oh my goodness, well that might take a bit of replacing if indeed he does ask for the ball to be replaced. How on earth is...
He's rolling up to the yellow this time.
Two.
Well, obviously, the green, had it been on the spot, would be a lot easier to get from green to brown. Played it with left-hand side. It's quite a good shot, that.
5. Nice.
So, not a clean kill, but Joe O'Connor is on top, and O'Sullivan, Ronnie O'Sullivan in this match. Joe O'Connor picking up the pieces.
In the frame.
He leads 2-0.
Could play it right-handed. I suppose the break-off as a right-hander, couldn't he? That's one idea. Oh dear, that's another poor shot. There's quite a bit of room round to the left of that red for that safety shot.
One.
Quite a difficult table.
Corner 6.
Yeah, it felt like he was trying to pinch a bit of the pocket, but as you say, these are not, you know, as generous as maybe some of the tournaments in the Far East.
Four.
He's actually earned nearly $500,000 this season, O'Sullivan. You sort of think, well, we've barely seen him, but of course that Saudi event, not only did he get to the final, that was 200,000, but he made the 2 maximums. Incredible. So those 2 breaks very lucrative.
It's just a reminder of what he is capable of, isn't it? You know, certainly good a player. That's the question. This is a bit of a stern examination already, this match, isn't it? The fact that he's a couple of frames down. Sullivan, of course, has a safety game. Oh, that was a little bit ragged, wasn't it? Shot from O'Sullivan. There's only one ball to avoid on the way back up there, and he hit it. That pink, quite a lot of it, in fact. I mean, I can understand what he was trying, as I say, he wanted the pink in the game, but yeah, I mean, all those balls on clustered together is not really something O'Sullivan has had to deal with that often.
One.
Can he get through to the pink?
Your corner 1.
Chris Wakelin 3-0 up now on Tepchar and Newt.
Oh dear, that's a poor shot. And that was kind of
Today, O'Sullivan not at the races at all. Joe O'Connor has made mistakes himself, but it's another scoring opportunity.
when he takes what's on and gets himself into a lead which could be 30 or 40 points, would be a handy advantage.
50. Your corner 20.
Getting the black into play here slightly. It needs to cover the red close to the pocket, however.
One. Your corner 1.
Made mistakes, for sure. He's just not leaving him in.
One. Nine.
That was
That's
not
item
close,
16.
I'm afraid.
One.
Yes, I think it goes, but not comfortably.
Eight.
A very poor shot, though, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I think that's a good idea to leave him a shot. Sullivan, though, was up to the task for now. He could really do with finding a way back into this frame.
8.
It's played to move it. Well, that's a surprise. That was a big target for O'Sullivan. Directly off the left cushion. Sizable target.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 15.
Well, he's in the frame, if nothing else. A slightly wayward shot, and could be able to chalk up his first frame here. And he's played it well. This is for the O'Sullivan. Brown to get on the blue, and he's ensured that he does. Finish
5.
topside.
Nine.
Decades, as you can imagine, but it looks like he's going to be on the scoreboard. So Joe O'Connor
14.
may reflect that, but could easily have been 3-0. O'Sullivan grateful to have the chance to make that little clearance. Leads 2-1, the last frame before the interval. A reminder that Zhao Guodong, who beat Karen Wilson yesterday, is waiting in the last 16 against Tepchara Nu at the interval, so that's not taken long. And now suddenly the long balls are going in.
1. Five.
Well, he didn't play on the left-hand red.
8.
He's got no choice now. That's the problem, isn't it? You know, he played a good shot, really. It's just
9.
that he's pushed it to the cushion.
Played the positive snooker you associate with him. Well, the black's been doubled.
I said the break-ins there.
Favour him. So his attitude has actually been pretty good. It's just he hasn't played as well as he would like. Yeah.
1. Nine.
Turned pro in 2018. He won the old European playoffs. There's been various route of the year after his first season.
Soon after, made you realise that he was a proper match player.
17.
Well, the Reds haven't really gone anywhere.
O'Connor 24.
Yeah, brilliant. That's probably his best shot of the match.
By some margin, Dave, I think. And should he have missed it, but didn't look like missing it. Now, that might just inspire him to better things.
9. Seventeen.
Balls are on cushions and it was all hard work.
25. $33.
Now that he's got this far, he needs to ensure that that terrific long red that he knocked 32 the difference. So he's not far from
41.
having it won. Needs value colour, which I'm sure it will be. So all of a sudden he has sprung into life. He needed to. Things were not looking very good.
Plenty of chances to lead 3-0. So
49.
2-2 is a bad result really for him at the interval. Just in this thinking, OK, Ronnie O'Sullivan has turned up at last. This has been much more like it. By far his highest break of the day.
56. $63.
So much better from O'Sullivan. 65, started with a terrific red.
65.
To fifth frame, Tepchar was in front, but Wakelin has made a little clearance. So 5-0, perfect start to the event for Chris. Of course, the Scottish Open champion this season.
And played it very well.
Such a big event, isn't it? This Players' Series. And they all carry ranking points and indeed big money. It's 180,000 to the winner on Sunday.
Missable this. Well, didn't hit the side of the bunch. Very well played.
13.
There's two ways of looking at what happened before the interval, isn't there? In, you know, beautifully. Well, he didn't play that well. I don't think he potted it into the side of the pocket he was looking to. Attempting a pot here then, deciding that taking on the green would be too much to ask.
Your corner, 27.
Well, you could see that happening. It was one of those shots he was aiming to get the cue ball back into that corner, but wasn't it into it, doing damage. Oh dear. Well, he was stretching on it.
One.
He's on the list, isn't he, of players now who, you know, you could see winning a ranking title, haven't won one yet.
Just made it off the bottom jaw, that one.
15.
That's not going to be a way of doing it. That's anywhere near to getting on that pink. The red was completely covering it, so it was a poor shot positionally.
15.
For what was a good chance. But
1. Your corner 1.
Sullivan fourth frame. Was that the start of something, or is it actually a bit of an outlier in the match? Because he struggled badly in this one.
Eight.
Of course, the win over Selby at the Crucible, which is 2 years ago now. It was his debut there, so he wasn't. He got to stay resilient throughout, and he did.
1.
Neil Robertson has just gone 3-1 down
22.
to Jack Jones at their interval, so the defending champion in a little bit of trouble. Snooker's so hard to predict, isn't it, at the moment, the last 15 ranking. There was a time back in the 90s, real strength in depth now on tour. And Joe O'Connor's done well in the end here. He needed a few chances, but in the end he has dominated the frame back.
Yes, and he did
40.
benefit from a couple of mistakes from O'Sullivan. That's horribly wrong. But as you say, he seems to be growing in confidence. Now, I know the frames O'Sullivan is not playing like he can, and it's an opportunity, and I don't think he'd be frightened to take it should it really come his way from here.
47.
Leads 3-2. Seems to be a shock. It's not off the cards here. It's a possibility, I think, looking at what we've seen
52.
already today.
O'Connor, so it's just whether he can continue to,
O'Connor,
whether O'Sullivan can tighten up some. Joe O'Connor gets frame 6 underway.
Well, nice shot. Nicely done. I say it wasn't that difficult, but you know, a shot that can go wrong. Well, there mustn't have been. If that's a little nudge of the red forward, well, he can deliver. I'm sure he can. Just a sticky opponent that he's playing here. Tough opponent.
15. Oh
dear. Again, thinking about the other side of the shot, I think. So here is a moment in the match for O'Connor to
6. Health.
Might be, it could have been that it was just a little too wide, the angle on the blue to play that shot, but well, of all the things
18.
that could have happened, I didn't think it would be that he missed the black, quite honestly.
Times, isn't it? He's got away with a few.
The table, but it's a horrible misjudgment. And he's given O'Sullivan something here, and of course he missed the black earlier in the frame. It might get a couple of very poor shots of his own. Not only when he tried to open the reds from the black and missed the black itself. I'm sure O'Sullivan, if he's picking up the signs that he is still very much in this match, and he could be the stronger player of the two from here. O'Connor's temperament is very good, but he's...
Yeah, he just sort of laboured a little bit when he was in, I thought. He didn't look actually that confident, even though, you know, he's 3-2 up in a match where he's, as in the fourth frame, looking to take full advantage. It was this tournament 2 years ago when we haven't seen any of that today,
24.
but don't underestimate what a competitor he remains. Just slightly caught that red a little thin. The cue ball ran a bit, but he's okay. He's recovered.
He's a deliberate player, isn't he? Let's be honest. And I think the one thing about Ronnie is
31.
The longevity might be that he has got in and he's been quick. He doesn't take so much out of himself, does he? You know, the way he plays. He's got the gift, and that's why he can play quickly.
And also, you know, he waits, doesn't he, to get into the reds, whereas, you know, O'Sullivan, first chance he gets in the frame, he's going to get balls into play. Anyway, he's won this frame.
45.
At times, apparently, brilliant snooker and not
54.
had anything good to say about it. It's that sort of day today. He's just trying to get the win now. He's won
57.
this frame.
61. 66. Ronnie O'Sullivan 72 end frame.
So Ronnie O'Sullivan with us. Ronnie O'Sullivan breaking here in frame 7 of a possible 9. Of course, he's only 2 months now to the World Championship, unbelievably. And okay.
One.
Well, he had a long look at it, and he ended up playing a very good shot. Really not an easy starter for O'Connor. So I wonder if O'Sullivan, if he could win this match, I wonder if it was quite ragged early.
7.
The signs have been slightly better since the mid-session.
I think as well, he must feel that, you know, this match could have been over by now. He could have been beaten. Maybe this is the time to strike now.
13.
Comments from Ronnie when he's playing.
Well,
he'll be moving it here anyway, so that the and that is a delightful little shot. Didn't look much, but that is a beautiful. the cannon.
29. $37.
Very good recovery. Yes, and a little bit of zip has sort of crept into his game now. Bounce, lost to Ali Carter, having won his first round against Long Jiang. He didn't play all that well in that match either, against Joe O'Connor.
I think the referee just misheard. But I think we've seen the difference between the players here. O'Sullivan, you know, great recovery red to the yellow pocket when he looked like he was in the break. And
67.
He's going to be in front for the first time. But we go back to frame 3 as he misses that one. 2 snookers needed, but frame 3.
Yeah, rather a strange shot, wasn't it, that he missed? He never got anywhere near that red. Kind of good at getting snookers, but of course O'Sullivan. As ever, it's a question of taking it down to a single red if you can and trying to get the snookers then.
Got 8. One.
So that red removes any doubt, and O'Sullivan in front in the match. A match that he struggled in very badly early on, but he's kept his resolve. Helped a little bit by his opponent.
9.
The thing is, he's still such a any of that. It's Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's a big deal to beat him. And Joe O'Connor has not done that yet.
That's the whole thing, and you know, which is very true. But then to turn him over in a match is, you know, going to be behind for the first time.
Jagu Dong, who waits in the next round, he said, I want to play him, he's my hero. So that's kind of what, if he does play him, what he's going into the match with. This frame. How much O'Sullivan has enjoyed it, I don't know. But anyway, it's about getting the...
25. There's only 25 in the frame.
So Joe O'Connor led 2-0, had chances for 3-0. He led 3-2. He's now 4-3 down to Ronnie O'Sullivan. Just made an 80 break, though. And in the other match, still on Sergio Way, 4-2 up.
Wow, that's what a fluke that is. He hit the other red on the way through to the pocket. Wow, he actually did play the blue, which surprised me there, because he couldn't cue it very easily. He seems to have wilted his game. Sullivan will pick up on that, and he'll look to close this match out now, but that was a surprising miss.
Seven.
Well, it's certainly hard to fault the effort put in by O'Sullivan, because at 2-0 down he wasn't going anywhere anyway, but it's evident that he wants to progress in this event against a an awkward opponent at times.
The class of '92, the three of them just still dangerous. We saw John Higgins recently in the Masters final. Okay, did fade in that final, but he still got there, beating Xing Tong and Trump. Do that. So they don't do it every week anymore, but they can still do it. This has been...
25.
It was an interesting way of playing up for, but it's getting more difficult from here though, isn't it, to turn this into a significant break.
On the side of 41.
Push this red in towards the red and the black here, hopefully not leaving a red over the left corner. Well, I suppose that was the only concern. Swerve took too much.
The running in this match, but 4-3 down, 41 behind. He knows O'Sullivan probably needs one more chance here.
One.
I get the feeling if that's going to happen, it's going to have to happen here and now. And
well, meanwhile, a fine finish from Sergio Wei's made 102 in the last frame to beat Gary Wilson 5-2. So he'll play Sean Murphy or...
he'd hit this well. He'd be unlucky if he's...
Well, now we're seeing the steeliness of Joe O'Connor, which is certainly one of his qualities.
Winning fairly comfortably in the end, didn't it? Let's be honest.
A fine victory. He's into the last 16. As O'Connor knocks that red in.
1. One.
He might take the pink here because that does help matters. A little bit of assurance. It means that O'Connor could only tie the frame, but it's a superb cannon. Such a cannon can... And now he wants yellow and green. And, you know, I think he'll take something from this if he wins, O'Sullivan. I do. He hasn't played...
Yeah, he's shown his resilience, hasn't he? You know, it's not been vintage by any means, and O'Sullivan is stuck in there. You know, you don't get to win 41 ranking titles and all the rest without being over the winning line. And that makes him, I guess, dangerous for the rest of the week. He will feel, of course, he needs to improve, but delighted. You can hear the reaction from the audience here in Hong Kong. They're going to see him again.